with the fourth installment. Look at us
if you're still listening, thank you. We really appreciate it. Yeah, we're just getting started, really. So
and if you're not, well, sucks for you because we're just getting better and better by the moment. Just getting warmed up, baby. So today, I guess tonight, I should say, we'll be. I guess we can discuss that Bellator Grand Prix.
Oh, it's shaping to be a good one. It is not as bad as people said it was.
No, but it's gonna be good. I promise you that much. But we're also gonna get into a little bit of that Arial Helwani beef. That guy is just a magnet for drama, eh?
It just happens in it's like the time. Like there's a month, like there's a time in a month where Ariel has a problem with somebody. It's just
legit. But
it's May 1st. Okay, beef with this person.
Yeah, let's start the month off properly. The Ariel Helwani way. God damn. But how do you feel about all this Grand Prix stuff, man? Like in general, like you think it's like people?
I think it's living. Well, it's the Rampage fight is still. I kind of forget about that one. But I like the Fedor. What happened with him? He's still got that power.
I love it. He got wobbled and man.
Well, Frank Mir came out. He finally said something. He's like, "Hey, I didn't like how I got tossed the way I did," and he went to Street Fighter mode. Like he just didn't.
No way.
Not technical at all. But he was mad about getting tossed.
He gets emotional, man. But it's the Frank Mir thing where he just locks it. We talked about that in the last podcast. And we said, as soon as he gets touched, he just clams up and does this weird turtle shell thing. And it's like, come on, you're so big.
I was kind of worried for Fedor there when he clipped Fedor, when Mir clipped Fedor. I was like, ooh, Fedor's...
But I will say this, if you've ever watched Fedor's fights, he gets clipped a lot.
But now it's... Before he could walk through, I'm just worried that one's going to put him away.
Well, it didn't. That's for sure.
Not that.
Then again, he didn't exactly get hit by a striker, right?
It's true, but Mir, he's got heavy hands.
He's got heavy hands.
Put Nogueira away never happened before.
He was not nice about it. It's just like, first one to knock him out, first one to break his arm. He did not give a shit.
Not at all.
So I guess now the semifinals on the left is Fedor versus Sonnen, which I never thought in my
I'm glad that's the fight, man.
Be a fight.
That's a good fight to have, though. If you're a fan,
it's a great fight.
But we're gonna see Chael Sonnen carrying the whole he's gonna be the bad guy once again.
Yeah, for sure.
Gonna do what he does best, and
he's gonna be
talk his way into a big
stone-faced
fight.
wall. He's not talking to anyone.
Well, did you see? When they were going to talk to each other, he's calling him out, saying he hates being in Chicago. Fedor's talking to someone off the camera. Fedor doesn't care about that part.
No, he doesn't give a shit. But
so he got Sonnen just trying to do a promo for two people. Didn't really work.
Not gonna happen. It as much as one guy can be the talker, there's got to be a receiver and or a reciprocating party on the other side
to build it. Takes two to tango, right?
He has this look where he stares into your soul, and his posters are intimidating, man. Yo, you know what I follow, and you should follow too, and we should plug these guys for fun. It's this account on Instagram, Fedor Sweater of Glorious Victory. Dude,
yes,
I've
seen
real.
I've seen that guy.
Dude, I can't believe
Pretty sure we've followed him.
He really wears that sweater everywhere, man. And they're selling it. They're
selling the sweater.
It's just a shitty stripe.
You don't want. You kind of don't want stuff like that because then it loses its.
Yeah, but it's more of a novelty.
Is that actual sweater though? It's legit?
Dude, you gotta follow him. They show all the different areas, all the different pictures and events and shit. He's wearing that sweater almost everywhere. It's goddamn, it's hilarious. You gotta follow him. It's just search Fedor sweater or Fedor glorious sweater of glorious victory or absolute victory. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, definitely. I checked it out.
I should figure.
Might have to pick one up.
Dude, I'm actually considering it. I'm actually gonna. You know what we should do? Fedor _ sweater, and it's Fedor Emelianenko's glorious sweater of absolute victory. It's now available for purchase.
Well, it's pretty
on
cool
our
that
website.
people are like now trying to.
Dude,
That's the one thing that you get.
and it's not like it's. But the genius
Fedor.
part about it is like it's not like it's like copywritten or patented or like it's like a logo of sorts. It's just a pattern, a shitty. It's
Yeah.
so funny, man. But yeah, go follow that guy. He's,
Definitely check that out.
He's
It's pretty
hilarious.
cool.
We should offer him a swap of merch. We'll give him some one.
Yes, and then
you
frame the sweater. Be like, we got Fedor's sweater.
Yeah.
Take
So,
that.
but then So on the other side, we don't know the semifinalists yet. We still have to wait for Bader and King Mo. Bader. That's like if Bader and Fedor had a butt baby.
Bader.
But yeah, so King Mo. I'm gonna go against the grain here. I'm gonna go for King Mo.
Well, if people were listening last week, they heard your hate for Bader, so I don't think they're surprised about that one, man.
I'll admit there's a bit of a bias there, but like, let's be honest.
I don't know what fight we're gonna get though. That's how I don't know who to pick. I know who I want to pick, but
Question is, who did you pick? You got on your Tapology?
yeah, I went King Mo decision. But
That's a good call.
Which fighter is gonna show up
I rolled the dice. I went for knockout first round.
for King Mo? Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
don't
haven't
know.
seen the power from him lately, so.
So what do you mean by which fighter's coming?
Well, because you said you picked him by knockout. He's had some vicious
you're saying
knockouts.
like you don't know which version we're gonna see, right? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, like which are we going to see? Like the King Mo that knocks people out, or are we going to see him, the one that try to wrestle Rampage,
Yeah, that was stupid.
or are we going to see the knockout and then Bader, who's been known to get knocked out? Are we going to see him get knocked out? Because his losses are
He has a
pretty
pretty
much.
weak chin.
Oh yeah, definitely. Or he's been knocked out or submitted, and that's main.
Honestly, like when you think about, he's got what? King Mo's 21-6, which that's pretty decent, especially for someone who's fighting at 205 and he's never fought little guys, right? So 21-6, I'll give him that tip of the hat there. But when you look at how he took his 21, like 13 were all KOs. The rest were decision. There's no submit. Why did he try to wrestle Rampage? Because he knows Rampage sucks on the ground and everyone wrestles Rampage. But you suck on the ground. You have 0 submission wins in your entire I don't get it.
Yeah, I think his base was wrestling, King Mo's. I think that's what his.
It just doesn't
where
make
he started.
sense.
And then he started to get like knockouts, and then I think that's what people expected, because that's what I expected from him. King Mo's fighting, we're gonna see a KO.
Well, yeah, and if he wrestles, we're gonna see a decision. We're not gonna see.
Yes,
a submission.
exactly.
I'm sorry, but he's never been submitted either. So he's been knocked out. He's lost decisions. He's had one overturned. The Larkin fight.
Oh yeah.
Remember the Rockhold versus Jardine? They were the main event, and
that was a good card for
a
Jardine.
great card. Oh. Jardine eventually just had a powder chin. It was just like punching a powder keg. Just nothing.
Robbie
there.
Lawler was on that card. That was a good one.
Yeah. So I honestly wouldn't mind seeing King Mo versus Mitrione. Like, I wouldn't mind that in the semifinals.
I can see Mitrione beating either Bader or Mo. That's where I see that going.
If it's Bader versus Mitrione, I might just not watch it out of spite because I just dislike those two so much.
Well, I think King Mo might have the advantage over Bader if he does get to fight Mitrione, because he's fought at heavyweight before, so he might have that. Bader's always been light heavyweight, but
the thing that excites me about Mitrione versus Mo is that if we get the striking Mitrione that comes out all hypertension, like if we get that Mitrione, then it's going to be a slugfest because King Mo
will just fire back.
Yeah, he'll fire back. And
Mitrione's been doing a lot of takedowns and trying to control it that way.
And that's the thing, and that's what he did. Like, that's what I'm saying. If we get the boxing, if we get the striking Mitrione, but odds are he won't want to strike because he wants this. He wants to win. I feel like Mitrione of anybody wants to win this so bad.
Yeah, I can see that. It makes a lot of sense.
Right?
He's got something to prove, right? Like the UFC didn't
so
really.
much.
They're like, I don't think the UFC really hyped him up, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, what people ask for, and
he just has that personality where you're like, I don't like you. I don't want to give you anything.
Yeah, I picked against him all the time, like all the time. When he fought, who was it? Kimbo. I picked Kimbo.
You picked Kimbo over Mitrione.
Yeah.
I picked Kimbo too. I think I did too. I don't know. I think it was seeing him on The Ultimate Fighter and seeing certain things that he did.
Well, he's still young. I try not to hold that against him because he's a young guy, right?
I guess, TV. But he had a whole career in NFL and.
Yeah, but I didn't know, I love football, and I didn't even know he played football.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, I had no clue.
Yeah, he was not like a nobody either.
'Cause I think around that time frame, though, I was looking more into like fighters, and you could tell like who they were, and so when they're like, "This guy played for that team," I'm like, "What did he do in MMA?"
Meathead. His nickname is Meathead, and he has lived up to that nickname. I'm sorry, but like, look, he's got almost as many losses as King Mo, but he's only got 13 wins to top it all. He's got 18 fights in total.
Well, he only started like. We'll say 2009. 2009 is an early. Your first fight is in the UFC.
It was December 2009 though, so technically.
Yeah. technically
2010, which makes your point even stronger. Actually.
Yeah, exactly. It helps it.
I mean, he's good at avenging losses. Well, I'll give him that. Like he took back his loss to Nelson, right? He just wrestled the shit out of him, right?
Towards the end of his UFC, though, he was finished. So,
yeah,
I think that's where it comes back to where he's got something to prove. Because you lost to Travis Brown, who's not a big.
He lost to podcaster Brendan Schaub.
Yeah, Darce choke though. That's a good submission to lose to.
That is a pretty dope submission.
There's a few submissions I'll take. Like, I got this submission.
The Bravo choke.
Lost to you got the go choke to the Rothwell. Like those are impressive losses, I guess you could say. But
yeah,
they had to get creative to do it.
I like that Czech Congo won his fight against Mitrione, but it wasn't the greatest. It was a decision.
That was
kind of. But
I don't know. We could talk about him all day.
That's
a good fighter, though. If you can talk about a guy as much as we just did, that's a good fighter.
Yeah, well, I guess so.
I might have just changed Emad's opinion, folks. We might have a new Mitrione fan.
Nah, it's gonna take more than that. But listen,
close though,
like
right? It was close. He almost
got
the T-shirt.
No, the only reason I would pull for Mitrione to beat Mo is because I so badly want Fedor to take back his loss to Mitrione.
And then have the belts, if you didn't notice from the last podcast, folks, we're on the Fedor train, and
for sure
we're probably cheering really loud.
We're with the last Emperor for sure.
Well, you just go back to like when we started enjoying fights, right? Like that was the prime for us. So like,
tell me why you wouldn't like Fedor though. We're talking about fighters, and that's literally all he's ever done is fight. He doesn't talk smack.
No, you don't hear anything.
You don't hear
he's
about
done
anything.
But did you hear or read about his question by the FBI?
Yeah, what was that all about?
I don't know, man. It's something to do with Trump and affliction and all that kind of stuff when they fought. So
interesting. I think it has to do with Putin.
Yeah, right.
Because he does have ties to Putin. I think Putin came out and met him, type of thing. Like, but it felt like he was a bigger celebrity than.
Oh, Fedor, yeah, definitely bigger celebrity than Putin.
More like, that's for sure. But
there we go. That's our first politics.
There you go. Good one up MMA politics.
Yeah.
So we're reaching the 15-minute mark, but listen, I really want to just kind of dig into this.
Arial, yeah, it's.
So for those that don't know,
we have it on our Facebook. You can definitely check it out. And
absolutely,
we post on our Instagram. So One Up MMA, you can check that stuff out.
There you go.
But yeah,
I kind of feel Montagna.
You got to feel bad for her, right?
Yeah,
she's a champion. She won the belt. and now people are just like, they're divided.
It's
They
tough.
don't like what she said, but they don't like what Ariel said. There's two sides of this, right?
What did he say that set her off? Like that she was
apparently
lying?
she was what was it? She was kind of like ducking the fight with Valentina in Calgary, like saying that the UFC's tired of it, and so she didn't like that. Which
she went off.
Yeah, I liked it because she finally defended herself.
Yep.
Which she's a fighter. I expected it to come sooner.
Yeah.
Just because a lot of people are saying she's going to get run through by Valentina, like she's going to get just destroyed. But
she's going to have to fight her and prove herself. Like that's
exactly.
And you can't redeem it through tweeting.
The thing I was thinking about earlier was just like she is the Ultimate Fighter winner for one.
Yeah.
She sacrificed her seeing her family, being away from friends to be in the house.
Which is not easy.
She fought a lot to get the title that she has, and
on paper she's earned it. On paper, in my opinion, like she's earned that respect. But yeah, she's done something.
She was the underdog. She beat everybody. Like,
what do you think of Ariel Helwani's kind of response yesterday morning? He said, "I got the tweet right here. It's UFC is losing patience with Nico." As I reported last week, the plan was for her to defend the 125 title against Valentina in Calgary, but they're having a hard time getting a commitment from her. While it's not scrapped, we are now looking at other options. So, how do you feel about that response?
I don't know, man. I think there's a lot that we don't know. I
agree.
I think they throw a bunch of information, and the fans need to determine what's going on, because we don't know what
you have to decipher it,
and we don't know who told him this stuff too, right?
Yeah.
So is it someone close? But he can't say, because then he won't get any more information.
No, and that's like half the battle is having those moles or whatever. But I don't know. I'll tell you what I think of this tweet. I think it's a little it's kind of hiding behind mom and dad there. Do you know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah.
It's like mom and dad don't like what you're doing. They're getting tired of you. Like, he didn't really. I don't know. I don't think he has to defend himself either. But
no, but like she said some pretty harsh things.
He didn't want to stoop to her level. Totally.
Yeah,
I guess
so.
He's always kept a pretty professional attitude. Like, even when Rampage is like busting his ball, he's been through some pretty awkward moments with fighters. Like the Nick Diaz stuff is just. I watch that when I'm having. I watch those. I'll watch those interviews like while at a party just to have a good laugh. Like.
But it's
he
words,
handles
right?
it like a champ.
Yeah. You got to pay for what you said, right? Like these are fighters who some might have egos, so if you don't stroke it the right way, they're not gonna be hating.
There you go. She's getting some backlash, that's for sure. But so I guess let's conclude it on. I want to know. So basically, your prediction for semifinal and then finals. So. Who you think's gonna go between? Obviously, Fedor. Obviously,
I think
so. Let's assume Fedor's in the final. Okay.
Yeah, we can talk about that matchup
with?
Next podcast or whatever.
Yeah,
because that's an interesting conversation to have.
There you go. It's gonna be real interesting. But who do you think? So who do you think is gonna take on Fedor in the final?
Well, I'm a fan of fairy tale endings, so I want Fedor Mitrione. I think that's my final. And I think he'll go through King Mo to get there.
You think so, eh?
Yeah, Mitrione. I'm going to say Mitrione, King Mo, and then Fedor, Mitrione, and fairy tale ending. Fedor wins it.
Well, Mitrione is 40. Well, 39.
Yeah.
And I hate his face and his personality and everything that he does and say. So I'm going to say...
He's going to let us know how he really feels about him.
King Mo Fedor in the finals.
King Mo, okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah. Hey, so one thing we got to tell the fans too, our listeners.
I've been saying viewers, our viewers.
Our viewers. Yeah. If they're watching our logo spin, hey, you guys are hardcore. We'll send you some free merch.
Yeah, let us know you're listening, and We want to know what you guys are thinking. And
yeah, and we're kind of doing something a little new in the next podcast. There, we're getting some DMs or suggestions, if you will. We're gonna live tweet during the next recording, and if you guys want to get questions in or comments, even just shout outs while we're recording, then please feel free. So we'll be having a little fun with that. Justin will be on the live thread, and
I'll definitely be there with you guys. Yeah, just let us know. It's easy. It's another. We can. We started out shorten the podcast, but we can make them longer with your comments and stuff, right? If you like what you're hearing, just.
I'd like to throw a little challenge out there. For the next podcast, the first person to tweet us while we're recording, because we're going to put out a thing saying we're going to record. Yeah. And we're going to try to do it, by the way, next week, Tuesday night. Will that work for you?
Yeah, Tuesday. I like Tuesday.
Okay, so next week, Tuesday.
It's been working for us.
If anything changes, we'll let you guys know. But first person to live tweet, give me some
comment or question. It doesn't have to be
just anything. Has to be it's got to be a secret word that we're telling in this podcast that they got.
Okay. So, I like that. Yeah.
Give me that merch.
If you made it this far, that's yours. He'll say,
give me that merch, and tag 2 or 3 people.
The Easter egg hunt is on.
Yeah, and then we'll have a little surprise for you, some free merch. So. Ladies, we've got some stuff for you. Obviously, we got our photo shoot done, and we're gonna be posting those ads soon, or those pictures soon. It turned out great, man. I can't wait for everyone to see it. But yeah. So basically, I'm gonna say King Mo Fedor because I hate Mitrione.
Yeah. I want that fairy tale. I'm going Fedor Mitrione, but
okay, all right. The challenge is on. So what do we call this episode?
I don't know.
Grand Prix.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
I like that. Okay, cool. We'll go with Grand Prix. Thank you for listening. This has been episode 4 of the One Up MMA podcast.
Thanks again for listening, guys.
There you go. Peace out.